Listen, let God use you. Okay? Let God use you.
See, can I find something to bring this thing into? My headphones sound like crap.
How?
Y'all hear it good?
Yes.
Or is it low?
Fine. You sound fine to me.
Do you hear the music?
It's very low.
Exactly. I'm not getting back up. We're good. I got Aaron there waiting on us. He's supposed to be on right now. She got to drive back home, so we ain't got to do all that. We good.
We won't be here before you long.
Yeah, Aaron. If you didn't hear us in there, man, we gonna get to, brother. I promise.
Fired. That sounds good.
You can jig with that. You can jig with that. So after the technical difficulties, man, we are back.
By popular demand. I'm saying it now. I'm putting it in the atmosphere.
That's what's up, man. I'm Lee Butler Chester, man. Welcome back to another What You Mean Podcast session.
And I'm your girl, Kim. Welcome back.
And today is an Industry Monday, man, and we have a cool subject matter and a cool person to speak with about it because I have no clue about it. So she's definitely here to school the community in which she come from. We're definitely gonna let her tell you a little bit about herself, where she's from, where she got her education from, and all other good stuff, and why she's here today. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you, Ms. Jasmine.
Awesome, thank you. Well, my name is Jasmine Billingslea, and I am originally from a small town called Lynette, Alabama.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, you sound like a hater.
It's very much so.
Lynette? Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry for messing up your intro. Go ahead.
That's okay, but I went to undergrad at UAB, and I lived in Birmingham for about 10 years. I got my master's from the University of Alabama, and I am a licensed master social worker. I am also a certified clinical hypnotherapist and the founder of Ascend Hypnotherapy and Intuitive Services, LLC.
Okay, and where's that located?
So we are actually going to be in the Opelika Auburn area.
Okay.
That is where we are looking for a physical location currently.
Okay.
So if anybody knows of any rental space in that area, you can let me know.
So I gotta ask the question since you in Auburn, right?
Yes.
So it don't matter what school you went to in Alabama. Like I went to Troy, you know what I'm saying? So of course I'm a Troy football alumni fan, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a bump with them at the end of the day. But if you went to a Troy or Alabama State or a Miles or a Sanford, at the end of the day you're gonna support your school. But we got two major schools in this state that you still gonna choose beside you on. Being that you in Auburn, please tell me that you're not an Auburn fan.
No, I got my master's from the University of Alabama.
So you roll Tide?
Absolutely.
Turn up, man. I wish my boy DJ Era had his headphones on so he can drop one of them bombs.
You know,
hey, let me get a bomb, man. Hey, drop the bomb, man. Don't be a hater all your life, man.
Roll Tide.
Y'all can roll with the Tide, but I'm with Diesel, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there.
You a War Eagle person?
I am.
Okay.
Girl, come on, bro.
I am. I mean, my real team, though, is the Florida Gators. Shout out to the Florida Gators. Go Gators. Chomp, chomp. Okay.
Y'all will probably never win another national championship ever again.
Whoa. Disrespect. We're not going to do that.
Look, but, this ain't even what it's about. Nope. But before you leave, make sure you shake hands with New Era. He's going to be our next guest, and he is the actual DJ for all of the basketball games at Alabama.
Okay.
So
awesome.
He got a dope platform. Like, I mean, I can't wait to pull him apart because I've been paying attention to his little social media. But this is not about him. I just want you to make sure that you shake his hand.
I will.
He's a good person to know.
Okay.
So with that being said, can you just go ahead and with us being, what you telling us where you got, your education from, your background, where you're from, like what do we need to know about you starting off? What sets you apart? Because, you have a lot of people that are going now and getting degrees in social work, and then they're slowly trickling over to the counseling part of stuff once they start in social work. So, when it comes to you, your business, your brand, what you're doing, like what's kind of sort of going to set you apart? Hypnotherapy already sets you apart.
Absolutely.
Because, I talked to one of my frat brothers, and we may call him on the phone, but I didn't give him a heads up, so I don't know what his surroundings may be.
Okay.
And you'll actually be able to talk to him. You'll hear the conversation, and he'll hear you. because he's the first person that I met that's actually going through or does hypnotherapy.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So I wanted to just let him call in and kind of sort of tell us about his experience and talk to you a little bit. So I'll probably text him here in a session and let him know we're going to put in a call with him. But back to the original question, like what's going to be that main thing that's going to set you apart, and what do you personally think is going to help your business to thrive?
Well, like I say, I have been a licensed master social worker for 10 years. So I've had a very rewarding career as a social worker, but it was not fulfilling.
Right.
And it was not fulfilling because I was not able to provide the type of help that I know that I'm here, the impact that I'm here to make. I wasn't able to do that in someone else's business. So I had to create my own lane. You know, in social work, you are working with people who are in a state of trauma all the time. When someone comes to see a social worker, it's some form of trauma or crisis. And so I feel that my background as a social worker, I've had a very diverse career. I've worked at the Department of Veteran Affairs. I have been a therapeutic foster care counselor. I've had many different roles. So I feel like that has provided me with the tools in my toolbox to be able to authentically meet people where they are.
Gotcha. That's what's up, man. Crystal probably like talking to you too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because she all about. I mean, Crystal
Mental
do what she
health,
do, but she all about her profession, bro. Like,
Really?
Yeah, like she trying to kill it to the T every day, every time you see her. So that's what's up. So if we can go ahead and just jump straight into it, tell us about what hypnotherapy is. If you got a little bit of background on it, where you can tell us kind of sort of like how it was developing and what it was meant to do in terms of development. And then I'm gonna kind of shut my mouth when you respond, because I haven't allowed for Kim to ask a question yet.
Absolutely. Well, I always like to get like the baseline understanding. Do you know anything about hypnotherapy?
Not at all.
No,
Not the least little
no.
bit.
And I'm telling you, to be honest, that's one of the main reasons why I reached out to you. I was like, first off, you had popped up in my feed, and I was trying to figure out who you was, because I thought you were somebody from Evergreen at first. I thought you was from my hometown. I just didn't know. I didn't know. I couldn't put the face, and then you was like, "We've been Facebook friends." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, I don't know how we met, where we met, how we became Facebook friends, but I was like, okay, cool. And then I started, going through your stuff, trying to see just like what you're doing, where you're at, and how you handling yourself. And then when I seen hypnotherapy, I was like, what is that? Like, as soon as I see somebody like that is doing something, I ain't gonna even say necessarily training, but definitely new, and they're good at their craft, like she was telling you when we was trying to get everything together, like this platform is for entrepreneurs and business owners that are taking a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what the return is going to be on what you've invested yourself in. You see what I'm saying? But while we're developing this platform and we're trying to get subscribers and we're trying to get listeners and all this other stuff, we want to be able to put out some type of substance, what I'm saying? Some type of information, because at the end of the day, we know when it comes to our culture, a lot of us don't like to deal with therapists and counseling.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So hypnotherapy may be the alternative to what you think you don't need. You see what I'm saying? It might be another avenue for us to be like, you know what, I might not want to do this, but I will try that.
Absolutely.
So that's why I really want to know what hypnotherapy is. I ain't gonna lie, at first I thought you was hypnotizing people.
I thought the same thing.
Well, I mean, it is actually. And I think that's why my journey has led me here, is because just like you said, our community, mental health is a huge crisis in our community.
Right.
We don't seek the help that we need.
Right.
It's don't talk about it, hide it under the rug, don't address it. But that hasn't been successful for us, So I definitely feel like that's why my journey has led me here, because hypnotherapy is a very powerful healing modality. It has been around for thousands of years, so it's not a new phenomena. Actually, the Egyptian culture and the Greeks used to use hypnotherapy. They used what they refer to as sleep temples. So they use these sleep temples to heal physical ailments as well as mental issues. So hypnotherapy is not a new phenomenon.
Gotcha.
It has been around for a long time. I think that Hollywood has put hypnotherapy in a light of being something that it's not. And that kind of deters people away from it. It makes people put their guards up. Because when you say hypnotherapy, people are, I'm not in control. You are in control of my mind. I'm not able to, you're in control.
Right.
You're getting in my mind and putting stuff there, and that's not at all what hypnotherapy is. Hypnotherapy is, first I need to make this disclaimer. I am not a medical physician.
Do your disclaimer. Go ahead, do your disclaimer.
I am not a medical physician, and I am not making any claims to cure or treat anything. Instead, I am just offering solutions to manage symptoms. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that I'm curing or treating anything.
And the What You Mean podcast is not liable for any information that you receive from this setting. Continue.
Hypnotherapy is basically real therapy where we are I am teaching you how to use the power of your mind to overcome issues. Mm-hmm. So I like to say that our mind is the most powerful muscle that we have. Mm-hmm. Okay. But if you don't know how to use it, it works against you, right?
Absolutely.
So it is very imperative that you learn to use it for your better good. So hypnotherapy is basically, hypnosis is an actual normal state that your body goes in at least 2 times a day.
So is hypnosis real?
Hypnosis is real.
So the little fat guy that be doing the stuff on Facebook and he be like, sleep, and people go to sleep, that's real?
So it's not like, it's more so of a mind sleep than a body sleep. It's not sleep as you are thinking of sleep. Okay. So there are 5 states that the brain goes into, and your brain goes into this state as you're going to sleep and then as you're waking up. Okay. So it's actually a normal state that hypnosis is actually, the frequencies are very normal. So it's not anything where you're going to be completely out of control. It's basically just putting you in a deep state of relaxation so we're able to work with your subconscious mind.
Is it like meditating in a way?
It is very much so like meditation. Okay. Because it's working with the same part of your mind as meditation. Right. Okay. So there are 2 parts of the mind. There is the subconscious part of the mind, and then there's the conscious part of the mind. I have a diagram. I don't know with camera, and you probably can't see it, but
hold it back up. No, to your camera. Can you see that? We good to go?
Okay.
All right.
So there are 2 parts of your mind, and I like to use this iceberg as a diagram because it really explains it. So there's the conscious mind, and then there's the subconscious. So your conscious mind is that part of your mind you're aware of, right? So that's your decision-making capacity, how you make decisions, your critical thinking, and then there's your subconscious mind. This is your emotional mind. So this is where your emotions are held. This is where your belief system is held. This is where your patterns and behaviors are held, your intuition, your imagination. And as you can see, the subconscious mind is the majority of your mind. Actually, scientists say that your conscious mind is only 10%. Versus your subconscious being 90%.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So that means that 90% of your life is coming from your subconscious mind, right? And the word sub is a prefix for below. So subconscious means below your conscious mind. This is a part of your mind you're not aware of. So this is why you are not aware of these behaviors and these patterns and this belief system that's held there that is keeping you in this negative loop. Keeping you in a negative loop of depression, keeping you in a negative loop of anxiety, of, procrastination, whatever the issue may be, it is stored in the subconscious mind. And so hypnotherapy is effective because we're going directly and working with the subconscious mind. We're putting you in a state of relaxation, so we're bypassing the conscious mind and going directly to the subconscious mind.
So what's the ongoing rate right now for hypnotherapy being effective?
Actually, I have some data. So hypnotherapy has been found to be 93% effective in 6 sessions.
Oh, wow.
Right? Versus psychoanalysis has been found to be 38% effective in 600 sessions. Behavior therapy has been found to be 72% effective in 22 sessions.
So go ahead.
So just for the people that don't know the difference between the two, with the psychoanalysis and behavior therapy, what's the difference?
Yeah, so that would be cognitive behavior therapy. Typically when you go to a counselor, when you're doing talk therapy, okay? And the reason hypnotherapy has been found to be, so as you can see, it is highly effective in a shorter period of time. And as I mentioned before, that is because we are working directly with the subconscious mind, not the conscious mind. When you're doing talk therapy, that's your conscious mind. That's not where the problem lives. It lives in your subconscious.
Within your emotions.
In your emotions.
And your
Because most of our issues are tied to emotions.
That makes sense.
Tied to belief systems.
You got me sucked all the way in.
Right.
I'm over here trying to figure out like what's
in my
wrong with me.
What's in my subconscious
So
mind?
What's going
here's
on
the
with me?
thing,
Book a session
right?
out.
Listen, we've all been programmed, right?
Right.
Whether we want to admit it or not.
Okay.
We have literally all, I've been programmed, you've been programmed, you've been programmed.
Yes.
We have all been programmed, actually, even before birth. Your subconscious programming begins that last trimester in your mother's pregnancy. So that last trimester in the mother's pregnancy is very effective on the child's subconscious mind. So those emotions that the mother is feeling, those beliefs, that environment that she's in, that is going to that child's subconscious mind.
Wow.
So that's why
That's
you
heavy.
got some of the people that, the bougie folks that'll get like the belly headphones and play like classical music
it's
and stuff
real.
for the kid.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
definitely real.
That also explains too, like when children are born and you may notice like they cry a lot, or if they're like a
Or
happier
if they're calmer
baby,
babies,
right.
yeah, their temperament.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely
It
makes
does.
sense.
And so the subconscious starts that last trimester of the pregnancy, and scientists say that it's fully formulated around the ages of 8 or 9. So between 0 to 8 and 9, where were you? You were what?
With my parents.
You were a
Right.
child,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You were a child with what? A child's perspective, right? Very limited life perspective.
Right.
So during that period, which 0 to 8, which your subconscious is formed, you were a child. And so there were experiences, possibly traumas that happened that were placed in your subconscious mind during that time. So
So that explains why childhood traumas don't really affect the kids per se until they're adults.
until they're adults. So you know how they say heal your inner child? It's real. It's really what we really have is 8 and 9-year-olds running around unhealed.
And 30 plus year old body.
30-plus-year-old bodies.
See, she talking about brothers. We ain't even finna deal with that. That's what she talking about. We ain't even gonna do that.
But it's really real.
That's
you know,
crazy,
and
bro.
it doesn't necessarily have to have been any negative experience. It just could have been an experience where you took on a belief
And you carry
and
that.
you carried that belief.
And you know
into
what?
your
Now that you
subconscious.
say that, you know what I'm saying? And that may make sense why I'm programmed the way that I'm programmed, right? So I hate when I say this because I don't want for my parents and the people, my aunts and uncle that raised me and did the best for me to ever think that I look back at that and think anything less of them.
Absolutely.
But we still definitely grew up in poverty. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like we were poor growing up. Like I ain't missed no meals. I had clothes on my back, shoes on my feet, whatever the case may be. But that lifestyle, living like that, that's what makes me work the way that I work
does.
and has me dreaming and the ambitions that I have.
It does.
Because me and Kim were talking like in our introduction when we were just telling the podcast about who we were and what to expect from our platform. You know what I'm saying? One of the questions that she actually posed, and I just used it and reversed it and put it on her to see what she would say to give us a conversation piece was, where's your balance? You know what I'm saying, when it comes to life, because I don't have any. You know what I'm saying?
it.
So with you saying that, you know, some of the stuff you go through, some of the stuff you see, some of the stuff you dealt with as a child, you're definitely dealing with those things as an adult. You know what I'm saying?
It is an absolute.
I don't see no reason why you shouldn't get no help to try to deal with that. If that's the case.
It is, you know, but here's the thing, we don't know it because it's in the subconscious, right? We just think this is the way we are. Like I like to tell people I am my first testimonial. Going through this whole process of becoming certified as a hypnotherapist, you know, I started my spiritual journey a few years ago, and I thought that I had already healed a lot of traumas. But going through this process of getting certified and starting this business, I really had to do a lot of healing. It was like Spirit was like, "Oh, you want to be a healer? You got to heal some other stuff."
So, knowing that, and since you said that you had you started your spiritual journey, what did that look like for you? Like, how did you work through those emotions and just that process?
So to me, I say the spiritual journey has been a process of really unlearning what you have been taught to remember what you know.
Right.
You know,
Say that one more time for the folks at home.
spirituality had to me equates unlearning what you've been taught to remember what you know, because we are infinite beings.
That's dope. So
You need to tap
That's a
into your
word.
innate knowing.
I hope this question isn't inappropriate, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to be inappropriate. But with us talking about spirituality and the direction that things are going, I definitely want to ask, are you a believer?
Believer in what?
Do you believe in Christ?
I believe in God,
Okay.
a higher power. I wouldn't say necessarily. There's so many attachments to what you say is Christ. You know, there's so many assumptions as to what that is. I don't think that we have the capacity in this human form, or even the words in this English language, to explain what God is, who and what God is. I like to refer to God. I mean, there are many gods in history, right? I like to refer to God as the creator, the Most High.
Well, I mean,
Source.
everybody got their own
They do.
thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody told me something a long while ago. Actually, the guy that I was talking about taking a call with, you know what I'm saying, just so he can tell us about his experience with hypnotherapy, so you can see it, and we have something that's to discuss. And you know, one of the things that he told me, he was telling me about different religions, and I was kind of closed-minded to it at first. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, "This is all you need to understand. God is God, no matter how he presents himself in all these different religions.
Absolutely.
Like, because all these people got these different religions and different belief systems, they still believe in a God.
In a God,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So just because their God is different from my God doesn't mean that God is different overall. You
Absolutely.
see what I'm saying? So it was definitely an eye opener for me. You know what I'm saying? I was raised a Southern Baptist. You know what I'm saying?
too.
Like you said, how we were programmed. Like, I went to church. You know, I seen sweet baby Jesus. You know what I'm saying? In the manger. You know, and to be completely honest with you, I was deep off in church. Extremely at one point in time, to the point that I'm actually an ordained and licensed preacher.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a lot of stuff to say about the lifestyle that I lead now, because I left church. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't leave church because of my relationship with God. I left church because of church people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I still believe. I still believe that I live a decent type of life, that when I die, I ain't going to nobody hell.
Exactly.
I don't believe that I'm going to hell, you know. So I just wanted to ask that real quick, you know, because when people get to talking spirituality, like that's a whole nother turn in
It's
itself.
a whole nother conversation.
Because some things you can't speak until people's lives, because they simply don't know how to receive it.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Case
is
in
true.
point, that's why error here. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know that he was the type of believer that he is, and in his form of working, what he do. I want to know how the brother making it and how he's surviving, what he doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all around great person. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I asked the question that I asked, because at the end of the day, those things still matter to me. A lot of people think that they don't matter to me because I'm a nude photographer, semi-nude boudoir photographer, you know what I'm saying, and whatever else I do, you know, I just started back, you know, going out every now and then, and what I do. I don't move the way that I used to when I was deep off in ministry. You know what I'm saying? But people are going to be people. They're going to judge whatever they want to judge and say whatever they want to judge. But back to what you were saying, I want to know, is it going to be a price difference for people when it comes to these three different types of counseling?
So their counseling itself it definitely depends on the area, for sure, that you're in, the therapist. So there are a lot of different factors that's going to determine the cost. But I would not say no. There's not a price difference. Not much of a price difference at all, actually. And actually, hypnotherapy would be a cheaper route because you have you're effective in a much shorter time period. So you're not going to counseling 10 years.
Got you.
You know, we know people
so overall,
who have
cost
been
effective.
right, very cost effective. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So the practices that you give in your actual sessions, like, what does that look like for the person, like, at home? Like, does that make sense? Like, if they're, I guess, like, the advice that you give them, like, in their sessions, like, are they able to do that at home, like, as well, or is it just?
You mean like after the session?
Yeah.
Like follow up. So I think I'm answering. Let me know if I'm not answering your question. But basically, so what we're doing is, so you may consciously feel, a lot of times when people come out of So let me just go back and say this. Hypnotherapy doesn't look like what you're used to seeing on the stage. Like, I'm not here for entertainment purposes.
Right.
I am
Right.
here to do therapy.
Absolutely.
Right.
So it's not like entertainment, which is what a lot of people look for, what they know as hypnosis. There's stage hypnosis, street hypnosis, where people do that for entertainment purposes, but that's not what I do.
Right.
I'm here to help you heal. So basically, a lot of people will feel like maybe nothing has been done because we're not working with the conscious mind. We're working with the subconscious mind. And so what you'll start to notice, what my clients start to notice, like subtle differences. They're not reacting the same way they used to. Or what used to trigger them is no longer triggering them. So they typically say it takes at least 6 sessions. I do a package deal where we do 8 sessions. And so there are at least like 2 follow-up sessions that you can use in the future if you feel like you need to come back and follow up, you know, after some time has passed.
Nice.
Because here's the thing, that whatever is in your subconscious. So a lot of people want to know, so what if we've all been programmed, what is my subconscious programming? That's what people say to me all the time. And I say, well, take a look at your life. If there's areas in your life that you're struggling in, there is a program in your subconscious that's not supporting that.
I might need to schedule me some sessions then because I got commitment issues.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it ties back to something.
Yeah, I got commitment issues like a big dog. So I might take you up on them type of sessions and come see what it's about. That way I can speak directly
It is
to
really,
it.
you know, like I say, going through this process of learning the process of hypnotherapy, I discovered more healing that I needed to do. But what I've realized is life is always going to put you in a position to heal. That's what life is about, growing through things, right?
Right.
So,
are you married?
I'm not.
Not married. No kids?
No.
How old are you?
I am 33.
For real?
Yes.
I am.
33.
Wow. I want to guess that.
What
guess
would you have
that.
guessed?
So I don't know. I thought you was younger than that, bro.
I'll take it.
I thought you was younger than that,
You
bro.
look good, girl.
Thank you. I'll take it.
So, you know, with everything that you've shared with us on this evening, so what's your thought process on, like, what's your ideal mate? How does that tie into? Because a lot of things like what we do, kind of sort of like, I think it's also some of the people that we attract. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We are bearers.
like when
We
like
get
when the DJs I know, when they spinning and they doing whatever they doing, the girls that they attract is the girls in the club. You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, the girl they gonna end up with is probably the girl in the club. You know what I'm saying? Another example may be, I hate to use ball players and stuff like that because you got to look out for the season pass holder groupies that are just waiting to stand by the locker room when they go to the locker room. But essentially, I mean that I think who we are and what we give off is kind of sort of sometimes like it narrows down the group of people. So being that you're a counselor and you know you're doing hypnotherapy and stuff like that, what do you see in your ideal mate when it comes to a guy? Like, does he need to like kind of sort of understand? Well, I think that's a dumb question, but I think you know where I'm going with it. You know what I'm saying? Because no woman wants to sit down and have a conversation with a man that can't speak to her intellect.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what I'm saying in a nutshell. It's like when it comes to what you do in your profession, like what do you see the ideal guy that'll mesh with your business and your lifestyle and what you believe? What do you, if you had to say?
I will definitely say it has to be someone who is working on their own healing.
Right.
You know, I have done a lot of work myself. And so the person who I will give my time with, invest time in, needs to also have done their own work.
That's what's up.
That's one of the big things.
Hello.
For sure.
She said invest time. We on the same page. Like, bruh.
Yes.
People don't understand
Time is an
that time
investment.
is an investment.
It definitely
bro.
is.
Like, so y'all need to start speaking to y'all homegirls and the girls that need healing out here because they live in these modern their relationship talking about they finna date 20 people at one time until they figure out which one is different. What?
Yeah.
19 of the other guys that you dealing with are investing their time, bro, for a specific reason. Some of them may be good, some of them may be bad, but at the end of the day, that needs to be the thing that they're ciphering through.
I
Did you
agree.
talk to Uncle Kevin?
Who? Nah, I ain't talked to Kelvin today. I ain't watched no YouTube today, but shout out to the boy Kelvin Samuels. So,
is that your fave?
man, look, man, Kev is just, when I came across him, he just made me think about a lot of stuff. Like it ain't something that I wanted to apply or bombard a woman with. It was just something that made me think about maybe what I can do different to try to get different results. You know what I'm saying? But 90% of the women that come on that platform, they all want the same thing. They realize, and he's trying to help them to realize that the type of woman that you are, you're not going to get that. And everybody's mad about that because he's telling them the truth. Like, shit, Shawty, you got 3 kids. You got 3 kids. You emotionally, spiritually damaged. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how to keep that in one spot. You're bringing it into every new relationship, thinking that the new person owes you something. And women don't want to hear that. And Kevin is going to tell them that, you know what I'm saying? But it's not just, you know, it's not just women neither, you know what I'm saying? It's guys that are like that too, you know what I'm saying? That's why after every relationship I done got out of, every relationship, like maybe the first 1, 2, 3 flings or whatever I had that probably had the possibility to turn a relationship, after I get out of one, they're bad. They're bad, you know what I'm saying? And they're bad because of the fact that I'm still stuck in what I left, you know what I'm saying? I haven't really completely healed from it. I probably haven't learned what I need to learn from it to make me a better person for whoever the next queen may be or whatever the case may be. So, you know, like I said, I take my hat out to Kevin because he just gonna keep it a buck and he don't care, bro.
He does. And you know, hypnotherapy can also help with those toxic relationship traits.
hey, say it again for the folks at home.
Those toxic relationships that you continue to find yourself in, it is because there is a belief in your subconscious that is supporting that. So we can definitely work on that with hypnotherapy.
That's what's up.
Some people, that's all they know, or that's all that they want. Like,
trauma bonding.
Wow.
She said a word.
I'm gonna put that on.
Yeah,
drop a bomb on that one. I had to put that on a t-shirt or something. Well, look, man, I want you to take a quick moment, real quick. I remember where your camera is. Deezy, we can go ahead and put the camera on her. I want you to tell the people who you are again. Tell them where they can find you. You know, if you got a website, you know, social media, all the other good information that they can use to track you down. If they definitely want to look more so into having you to help them out when it comes to hypnotherapy.
Absolutely. Again, my name is Jasmine Billingslea, and I am the founder of Ascend Hypnotherapy and Intuitive Services, where we are here to help you ascend to your higher, whole, and healed self. I can be reached on Facebook. The Facebook page is Ascend Hypnotherapy and Intuitive Services, LLC. The webpage is still being built out, but that is going to be JasmineSimone.com, and that's Jasmine, Jasmine, Simone, SAMONE.com. And so that's where you can find me. And if you guys have any questions, if you just want to chat, if you're interested to find out how hypnotherapy can work for you, reach out to me. We can definitely chat about it, have a free consultation. I'm here to educate. You know, people don't know about hypnotherapy, and it is so powerful. A very, very transformational healing modality. And I know that Spirit has led me here to bring this to my people. So
that's what's up, man. Well, we sure appreciate you making that drive to come and sit with us, man. We gonna X off the traffic because we supposed to sit here for a whole hour with you and just drill you. But I know one thing that I do want to do. All of the people that are helped paved the way for the What You Mean podcast in the beginning when this platform starts to grow, because I do believe it's gonna grow.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Speak
saying?
that into existence.
Bruh, I believe it's gonna happen. Like, it's different. Like, when people come in here and actually see that I'm serious about what we're doing, their mindset changes.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it does.
What is dude talking about in my DM? No. But when they come in here, they're like,
it's
okay,
very
cool.
nice.
Like, it's like he for real about what he's doing.
Right.
And so I want to say this, that I definitely want to have you back.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And by the time you come back, hopefully maybe you'll have somebody that'll take the journey with you and can just give a testimony to what you helped them do and healing, if they're open to that, because I know that you're not supposed to talk about your patients and stuff like that. So they're just some that, you know, if you get a patient you come across that's comfortable with, like, yeah, girl, I got you. Or you know, yes, Jasmine, we would love to have you back. So as soon as we start doing some more numbers and stuff like that, man, I'll definitely reach back out to you so we can try to have you back, man.
I would love it. I appreciate this opportunity.
Man, thank you so much for coming again. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
And man, we thank y'all so much for listening to this episode of the What You Mean podcast. I'm your bullet Cheston.
And I'm your girl Kim. And just on a positive light note too, if you need help do not be afraid.
Do
to
not be
get
afraid.
help, y'all. Like we life is hard as it is. Get help. Therapy is okay. It is okay for you not to be okay, but you have wonderful, lovely people such as Jasmine here that are here to help and support you. So love and light.
Much
There
love
it is.
and light.
Until next time, man. Peace.